Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Thornburg. Yesterday, one of my best friends from college passed away. From this position, I get to see the full cycle of life from birth with newborns to watching grandparents pass away. And then here's the first time one of my good friends from childhood has passed away. And so I'm just taking this opportunity to reflect on my buddy's passing, which was way too early, to kind of put it all into perspective and understand it from a birth to grave, but also what we can do to participate actively in our own life so we can have that great bonus of hanging out with our kids and our grandchildren and really having a good quality of life. First, I want to talk about belonging, influence, and purpose. So my buddy definitely belonged. We had a great social network of college friends, and he was very active in his community. Influence, also hugely important. We can see from my friends and I just all calling each other last night, texting each other, remembering the best days of time with our friend. And, so he definitely had influence on his community. And we were actually joking that he probably had like 3 or 4 other text threads with similar guys who were all remembering their times with him. And the last part is purpose, is having purpose in your life. And connecting with all these different people last night, he certainly had purpose. So he definitely had purpose and meaning and belonging and influence. I highlight that because that's really important to have as we get older, belonging, influence, and purpose. But that's certainly not why my buddy passed away. With my buddy, he certainly had belonging, influence, and purpose, but he's like the majority of Americans. I think it was 71% of adults are either overweight or obese. That was the next part I want to address. We would make sure that we're not contributing to statistics. We don't want that decreased quality of life because our joints are degrading faster because we have excess weight or we're putting extra work on our heart. And in order to address that, obviously we have to look at the foods that we're eating. And when we change our diet, say you are eating unhealthy, remember that the foods we eat are fertilizing a garden that lives in our gut. Those are the good bacteria that should be there. And you may have noticed over your life that if you eat healthy and then you eat, say, something that's fast food and not as healthy, your stomach cramps, and vice versa. If you're eating a lot of fast food, junky food, and then you eat something healthy, your stomach cramps. And that's because the bacteria that live in our gut don't know what to do with this different types of food. So as you change your diet from, say, an unhealthy diet to a healthy diet, understand what we're really doing is we're changing the bacteria in our gut because those bacteria are being fed the same time we're feeding ourselves. And those bacteria will make us crave the foods that we are giving up. And so understand that part of the process of changing your diet is going to have a bit of discomfort with it. I use a lot of different gut health supplements. You want to use L-glutamine to feed the small intestines. You want to use butyrate to feed the large intestines. You want to take like a GI Resolve or some other type of a compounding of herbs that help nourish the environment that lives there. The lining of the gut only lasts 3 days. We have to make sure that we're feeding it regularly and good stuff that will control our immune system, that'll control our moods. Hopefully you'll share this with your grandparents. This is just like kind of a heartfelt message. And it was a sad day for me yesterday and for a lot of my friends with passing of one of the most lovable guys that you would ever meet. Yeah, this one's for you, Sparky. Appreciate it.